Welcome to Business English Scribe. Our video on how to prepare for a job interview without any prior experience. It's natural to feel a bit uncertain or nervous when you're facing an interview without any relevant job experience. But with the right preparation and mindset, you can still showcase your skills and enthusiasm to your potential employer. We've received feedback from viewers like you, and we're excited to address your concerns in this video. Stay tuned. We'll be sharing practical tips and advice to help you feel more confident and prepared for your next interview, even if you don't have any prior experience to draw from. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Tip 1. Highlight transferable skills. Firstly, it's important to remember that you likely have transferable skills that can be applied to the job you're interviewing for. These could include skills you've developed in school or extracurricular activities, such as leadership, teamwork, communication, problem solving, or organization. Take some time to identify these skills and think about how they could be useful in the role you're applying for. When you're in the interview, make sure to highlight these skills and provide specific examples of how you've used them in the past. Tip 2. Research the company and the role. Secondly, it's important to research the company and the role you're applying for. This will help you to understand the company's mission, values, and culture, and show your potential employer that you're enthusiastic and interested in the position. Take a look at the company's website, social media pages, and any recent news articles or press releases. Tip 3. Practice common interview questions. Thirdly, it's important to practice answering common interview questions. There are certain questions that are likely to come up in most job interviews, such as, "Tell me about yourself," "What are your strengths and weaknesses?" or "Why do you want to work for this company?" Take some time to prepare answers to these questions in advance, and practice saying them out loud. This will help you to feel more confident and prepared when you're in the interview. How do you introduce yourself in an interview with no experience? When introducing yourself in an interview with no experience, it's important to focus on your strengths and potential rather than your lack of experience. Here are some tips on how to introduce yourself effectively. 1. Start with a brief introduction. Begin by stating your name and expressing your enthusiasm for the opportunity to interview for the position. 2. Highlight your skills and qualifications. Even if you don't have direct experience in the industry or field, you likely have transferable skills that can be applied to the job. Highlight your strengths and qualifications, and explain how they would make you a good fit for the position. 3. Share relevant experience. While you may not have direct experience in the industry, you may have experience in related areas. Share any relevant experience you have, such as volunteer work, internships, or coursework. 4. Emphasize your willingness to learn. Employers value candidates who are eager to learn and grow in their role. Express your willingness to learn new skills and take on new challenges. 5. Show your passion and enthusiasm. Even if you don't have direct experience in the industry, you can show your passion and enthusiasm for the job and the company. Share why you're interested in the position and what excites you about the opportunity. Remember, the key is to focus on your strengths, qualifications, and potential rather than your lack of experience. With the right attitude and approach, you can make a great impression in your job interview. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Answering the "What are your strengths and weaknesses?" question can be tricky when you don't have any prior job experience. Here are some tips to help you prepare a strong answer. Strengths. 1. Identify your personal strengths. Think about your personal qualities that could be beneficial in the workplace, such as being a quick learner, being organized, being a good communicator, etc. 2. Relate your strengths to the job. Research the job you are applying for and identify the skills and qualities that are required for the role. Then, try to relate your personal strengths to those job requirements. 3. Use examples. Use examples from your life or education to back up your strengths. For instance, if you were a quick learner, you could give an example of how you learned a new skill quickly in the past. Weaknesses. 1. Be honest. It's important to be honest about your weaknesses. However, make sure to choose a weakness that is not directly related to the job. 2. Show self-awareness. Explain how you are working to improve your weakness and how you are taking steps to overcome it. 3. Be positive. Try to frame your weakness in a positive light, such as, "I'm still working on improving my public speaking skills, but I'm taking a course to help me improve." Why do you want to work for this company? Answering the question, "Why do you want to work for this company?" can be challenging when you don't have any prior job experience. However, there are still ways to answer this question effectively. 1. Research the company. Do your research about the company, including its mission statement, values, products, services, and recent news. Use this information to show that you have a genuine interest in the company and that you understand its goals and objectives. 2. Connect your values to the company's values. If the company's values align with your own values, explain why you feel passionate about working for a company that shares your values. For example, if the company is known for its commitment to sustainability and environmentalism, and you are also passionate about these issues, explain how this motivates you to work for the company. 3. Emphasize your skills and interests. If you have skills or interests that align with the company's goals or products, highlight these in your answer. For instance, if the company is a software development company and you have a background in computer programming or coding, explain how your skills could be an asset to the company. 4. Explain what you can contribute. Even if you don't have any prior job experience, you can still explain how you can contribute to the company. For example, you could mention that you are a quick learner and eager to learn new skills, or that you are a hard worker and willing to put in the effort to help the company succeed. Remember, the key to answering this question is to show that you have done your research and that you have a genuine interest in the company. Use the information you have gathered to explain how you can contribute to the company's success and why you would be a good fit for the role. How can I ace an interview without preparing? It's not recommended to try to ace an interview without preparing, as preparation is a critical part of performing well in an interview. However, if you find yourself in a situation where you have no time to prepare for an interview, here are some tips to help you perform your best. 1. Be honest. If you don't know the answer to a question, it's better to be honest than to try to fake your way through it. Admit that you don't know the answer, but show that you're willing to learn. 2. Listen carefully. Pay close attention to the interviewer's questions and take the time to think before you answer. This will help you provide thoughtful and articulate responses, even if you haven't had a chance to prepare. 3. Focus on your strengths. Even if you haven't had time to prepare, you likely have skills and qualities that make you a good fit for the job. Focus on these strengths and provide examples of how you've demonstrated them in the past. 4. Be confident. Confidence is key in any interview, and even if you haven't had time to prepare, you can still present yourself confidently. Make eye contact, speak clearly, and show enthusiasm for the job. 5. Follow up after the interview. Even if you didn't have time to prepare for the interview, you can still follow up with a thank you note or email. This will show that you're still interested in the position and can help you stand out from other candidates. Again, it's not recommended to try to ace an interview without preparing, as preparation is critical to performing well. However, if you find yourself in a situation where you have no time to prepare, these tips can help you perform your best. Tip 4. Prepare specific examples. Fourthly, it's important to prepare specific examples that demonstrate your abilities. This could include examples of times when you've successfully completed a project, solved a problem, or demonstrated a particular skill. Think about your past experiences and identify situations where you've demonstrated skills that could be useful in the role you're applying for. When you're in the interview, make sure to use these examples to support your answers and show your potential employer what you're capable of. Tip 5. Dress nicely. Fifthly, whether you're applying for a corporate job or a creative role, dressing appropriately for a job interview is key to making a positive impression. In this section, we'll share some useful tips and guidelines to help you dress nicely for your upcoming interview. Firstly, we'll discuss how to choose appropriate clothing that fits well and aligns with the company's dress code. We'll also cover the importance of avoiding distracting or inappropriate accessories, such as overly flashy jewelry or strong fragrances, which can detract from your professional image. Finally, we'll talk about how to ensure that your overall appearance is polished and presentable, from your hair and makeup to your shoes and accessories. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to presenting yourself as a professional and confident candidate in your next job interview. Here are some tips for job interview regarding choosing appropriate clothing and avoiding inappropriate accessories. Research the company's dress code. Before choosing an outfit for your job interview, it's important to research the company's dress code. You can often find this information on the company's website or social media channels. If you're unsure, it's better to err on the side of caution and choose more formal attire. 2. Choose neutral colors. When it comes to selecting clothing for a job interview, it's best to choose neutral colors such as black, navy, gray, and beige. These colors are professional and won't distract from your overall presentation. 3. Dress conservatively. Avoid clothing that is too revealing, tight, or casual. For example, don't wear a shirt with a plunging neckline or shorts. You want to present a professional and polished appearance. 4. Avoid distracting or inappropriate accessories. Choose accessories that are simple and understated. Avoid anything that is too flashy or distracting, such as large hoop earrings or a bracelet that jangles loudly. Additionally, avoid wearing anything with offensive language or graphics. 5. Keep your hair and makeup simple. You want your hair and makeup to complement your outfit and enhance your overall appearance. Keep your hair neatly styled and avoid any overly dramatic makeup or hairstyles. Remember, the goal is to present a professional and polished appearance that reflects your respect for the interviewer and the company. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to making a great impression in your next job interview. Tip 6. Things to avoid discussing in a job interview without prior experience. Lastly, when you're in a job interview without prior experience, it's important to be mindful of what you say to avoid giving a negative impression. Here are a few things to avoid discussing in a job interview. 1. Personal problems. Avoid discussing any personal problems, such as financial issues or family problems. These are not relevant to the job and may give the impression that you have difficulty managing your personal life. Negative comments about previous employers. Even if you have had a negative experience with a previous employer, avoid speaking negatively about them in a job interview. This can give the impression that you are difficult to work with and may not be able to handle conflicts professionally. Lack of qualifications or experience. While it's important to be honest about your qualifications and experience, avoid focusing too much on what you don't have. Instead, focus on what you can bring to the table and highlight any transferable skills you may have. 4. Salary or benefits. Avoid discussing salary or benefits during the initial job interview. This can give the impression that you are only interested in the job for the money, rather than for the opportunity to learn and grow professionally. 5. Religion or politics. It's important to avoid discussing religion or politics in a job interview, as these topics can be controversial and may not be relevant to the job. It's best to keep the conversation focused on the job and the company. And that's it for this video on how to prepare for a job interview without any prior job experience. Remember, everyone has to start somewhere, and with a little preparation and confidence, you can still make a great impression on your potential employer. Good luck with your job search. Thanks for choosing Business English Scribe.